Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dig In, the brand new base building colony simulator set during World War I. It is by Vitar Games, which is a European game development company. I believe they're mainly based out of Iceland, from what I understand, and this game looks absolutely incredible. So right now, you can only play in 1914 in Ypres as the British, but it's going to be pretty awesome nonetheless. I mean, look at this artwork right here. Absolutely gorgeous. And you can see from that selection menu, they have a lot of plans for the future of different eras of World War I, as well as different factions that you can play as. All right, let's go ahead and start digging in, baby. So as you can see, we've got our field HQ here. Then there are various capture points throughout the map that we need to go and snag before the enemy does to get us a nice advantage. We are playing as this guy right here at the top left, the company commander. And then we have the people underneath us, including multiple infantry sections for us right there. I'm going to go ahead and pause the game right now and go ahead and create an order. So we're going to deploy... let's do these guys. We're going to deploy them from the field HQ, and we're going to send them up to the old barn. Let's commit to that order right now and go ahead and press play. So now those guys should go capture the old barn for us, which is good because that's going to provide nice cover and things like that from the elements, from artillery fire, etc., etc. Now, afterwards, what we're going to want to do is go ahead and start chopping down a lot of trees. This is a colony simulator mixed with sort of a base building battle simulator, so we do need to resource gather during this in order to maintain our economy, essentially. So chopping all of this down early is a good idea because the developers warn that if you don't, it can be all blasted to smithereens from the artillery that the enemy is sending in. So that would be a massive disaster for us. So let's go ahead and get a bunch of this all chopped down. So our troopers should begin working on that, which is wunderbar. I believe that's our men moving out. That's what that sound is. Now, beyond that, let's go ahead and start digging in. So they said in the tutorial that basically this bridge right here was implemented into the game due to the fact that, you know, this is a brand new colony sim and people don't know how to play it like at all. So you want to make sure that people actually understand easy defense points and things like that. So it's a bit of a gimme position for us, a nice easy place for us to defend. So we're going to start digging our trenches throughout here a little bit. Beautiful. So we'll order our guys to dig those trenches, and we can go ahead and assign these guys to day work is what we want them to be on. Good. And that means that they're going to move out and start digging those trenches up or start chopping these trees. You can see our regiments heading towards the old barn to go ahead and capture this over here, which is perfect. There's not going to be an enemy presence over there yet. Oh, okay. The enemy is already artillery striking us, so that's fantastic. Love to see that. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Okay, so they're going to be doing that. What we're going to want to do also is get some storage areas. Let's do it in kind of the back area over this way. So this is going to be material storage, and then we'll do some wood storage over here. Another advice from the developers is that if you go ahead and do a little too much storage all in the exact same place, artillery once again can absolutely destroy you. I'll also go ahead and build a nice little dirt pile over this way from the trench scraps that we're going to be having in the battlefield. Okay, perfect. So we'll get that going. There's still randomly kind of artillery attacking us here. It's not too big of a deal, I don't think, at the moment. So we shouldn't have too much trouble from that. Okay, now why don't we go ahead and go into research development here? The other thing they warned about was materials basically degrade over time. So what you're going to want to do is build some things to cover them up, tarps and things like that. There's not actually a ton of research we can do right now. Did they remove the tarps? One sec. Oh, here we go. So we have to do fieldcraft first, then we can go for improvised cover right there, which will allow us to cover things up and prevent the deterioration of our materials on the battlefield. I am not always preferable to games and colony sims where you have material deterioration. It just feels like one extra thing you have to manage, and it doesn't really add much fun, but I don't know, maybe, you know, you got to give things a chance. Not to mention, this is super early development, as you can see, pre-alpha. So we really can't criticize anything with this game, and it already looks incredible, to be honest, because it's not even close to a finished product, and it looks fantastic already. And those little game elements like that, they're always going to change, and I don't even know how it plays out yet. So it's important to just, you know, simmer down there. All right, so we're going to cancel trench planning right there. And let's see here. So we've got trench development, duties, and orders. That's what we want next. We want a guard point, and we're going to have our guard point facing the bridge here. We'll go ahead and plop that down. Beautiful. So this guard point right here is going to be a very big priority for us. So that's where most of our troopers are going to be guarding. And we'll have these guys be on day guard duty, and these guys can be on night guard duty for us. Oh, and actually, you know what? We should have a guard post here as well. That's something you want, because I think then the guard duty... Yeah, so we want this to be the priority. And then... I forget how this works. This is a new game for me. Oh, that's how this works. Okay, so now we go ahead and increase the radius of that. And then we have additional guard points inside the guard tower here, and we can set them up inside of the trenches. So then the troopers go from the guard post, which is like the overall command zone, into their particular zones throughout there. And the trenches, of course, still need to be dug right now, so that's going to be the main priority. But as you can see, it splinters these off into various positions. Perfect! Okay, I like that. We're going to go ahead, though, and dismantle this one, because that's going to be unnecessary at the moment. We still need 90 more points to go ahead and get the artillery going for us, but right now they're still artillerying us, which is kind of annoying. But soon enough, we'll be able to go and hit up the ruins over there. You can actually see the troopers on guard duty here, which is, you know, nice that at least we have that, though I don't think the enemy is going to come anywhere near us right now. Okay, now, beyond that, we're going to want to go ahead and deepen these trenches. That's going to support our boys from fire and stuff like that. I'm going to have a couple of the positions not be deepened, but some of them definitely going to have them deepened. That way we can duck in there if need be to make sure we don't get absolutely shredded by incoming fire. Okay, on top of that, we're going to want some sleeping spots, and can we put them in the old barn? Yes. Okay, perfect. So we're going to start our barracks inside the old barn, giving us a little bit of cover and giving the troops a break from the weather when need be, which is perfect. We can go ahead and have a couple lanterns out here, and we should probably have a couple lanterns out on the field here so these guys can actually see. Maybe not in the trench itself, so we don't just like have a huge target on our back. Oh, we actually might be out of resources, so we can't buy that right now. What we should do, though, is go ahead and chop down more trees as well. That's going to be essential for us. What you can also do is dismantle things like those, like an old cannon here. We're going to get some serious materials from that. You can dismantle wagons and things like that. Just stuff you're not going to need on the battlefield in the future, which is a pretty good option to go ahead and do. We're going to keep dismantling this. We'll dismantle some of these rock walls so we can get some more minerals and things like that. Want to dismantle a lot before the enemy starts really slashing us with that artillery. Okay, beautiful. There's also another way that you can get resources. Oh, our research is finished. So we'll go ahead and unlock that. Oh, that did not give us improvised cover. Oh, here we go. We can get the tarp here, though. So that's perfect. Yeah, we'll just do that instead. So there is, yes, supplies. You can pick what supplies you're going to get in. So textiles, I think we're going to need a lot of, because I don't think we can get them on the battlefield very easily. Wood we can get a ton of on the battlefield, so we're going to zero that out. Simple metal we'll probably want a lot of. Rifle ammo we'll keep flat for now. Construction materials we'll probably want a bit of. Barbed wire we don't need a ton of. Planks we don't need a ton of. Machine guns we'll leave the same. Basic raw ingredients will up that. Okay, wait. So I have a deficit right now, so we need to turn down one of them. Perfect. Okay, so that means those resources will be coming in from our back lines, which is perfect. So our guys are getting a wee bit peckish. We don't need graves. Campfire could be nice for some warmth for our boys, but maybe we go ahead and put that inside the old barn. Yes, having fires inside of a barn, brilliant. That seems very, very good. So then we need to figure out, so we are going to want a woodworking bench and a workbench to build more stuff. That's going to unlock additional things. Trench development, so we can build like stairs, fire steps. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get our boys more food resources, but maybe we don't have to worry about that right now. Maybe that's just kind of fine at the moment. I'm not totally sure. Again, there is no like actual tutorial or anything like that. There's a YouTube video, which was a bit helpful, but this is very pre-alpha, so bear with it. You know, I actually think it's pretty impressive for a pre-alpha. Usually pre-alphas are not this well made. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and continue chopping all of this wood up. We should probably get some additional storage going at some point here too, because we don't have like a crazy amount. So let's get a little bit more in here. Beautiful. We want to split them up nicely. Ah, here we go. More incoming artillery. Love that for us. Wonderful. And we just need to get to the point where we can get the ruins captured. Okay, I actually figured it out. There's a little notification. We need a cooking stove in order to feed our boys, but we need to research cooking, which is kind of a funny thing to need to research, I would say. It also seems like we are still insufficient in terms of our sleeping spots, so we're gonna go ahead and get some more of those building up here. That way our boys can be nice and comfy and cozy. You know what I am saying? All right, beautiful. Now we have 202 points here. So these guys, who's the least tired? They're all kind of the same droopiness of tired. We're gonna have, let's have, these fellas are leisuring. Let's have the working boys head out to the ruins. We're gonna commit to an attack over that way. I doubt the enemy's gonna be over there just yet, but you know, you never know. We'll have them go try and capture the ruins out there while the other guys lounge, because obviously we've been putting them to work seriously, so they're probably going to need to chill. Oh, there's more artillery inbound. Love that for us. Excellent. All right, luckily they have just the worst shots in the world. We're gonna go ahead and chop those down, get the extra like textiles and things like that from those. Beautiful. All right, we can go ahead and zoom forward a little bit here. Hopeful. Yeah, you're not going to be hopeful for long, my guy. Or you're going to have a bad time. All right, so they should head out to the ruins soon. We'll see. We shall see. Let's see. Yeah, they're deploying. It just order status issued. The orders have been delivered, and they're actively trying to execute them. And then they'll confirm it. So it really is like, you know, there's a whole military process in this, which is kind of cool. Here we go. They're heading out now, so they're staging, and now they're moving out to go and capture. And here they are. All right, they're crossing. A little bit peckish. Again, there shouldn't really be enemies over here. I would be very surprised. But then maybe around there, we're going to start seeing some actual enemy presence. So as we go capture the ruins out this way. Oh, they're artillerying us. Oh, God. How do they know? How do they know we're attacking? All right, well, while our boys do that, we're going to want one long, thicky boy trench line right there. So someone go out there and start digging that up when you have the chance. I understand there might need to be a little bit more resting going on, but we're capturing the ruins out here, which is perfect. Then we'll dig that trench up, and then we should probably be able to go ahead and actually develop a few additional beds inside the ruins, which doesn't provide the best cover, it seems, but at least a little bit. So that way, the guys that are guarding this trench out this way will have a spot to stay. We'll also go ahead and build a campfire over here and maybe a couple of lanterns too, just to light the area up and make their comfort levels a bit better. We have lost one trooper. It must have been from artillery is my guess. All right, ready to unlock that. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and go for field survival, which will allow us to cook the food. Very nice. So we should have unlocked a tarp. Yep. All right, Pauline shelter. So this, I believe we can put over both sandbags as well as these. And this will protect this storage supply from not really artillery, but the weather, so that way less of our stuff will deteriorate as time goes on. It's actually a fairly complicated colony survival game. I'm pretty impressed by this, so it's pretty sweet. It's pretty darn sweet. All right, we'll go ahead and get all of that cooking over there. It does get a little bit laggy. I'm guessing there hasn't really been too much optimization yet of this. There's our dirt piles. We don't really need to cover those up because I don't think we can use them for anything, so I don't think that matters. And then this is already all covered, so we don't need to put covers over there either. Perfect. We got more guys working over here. We should have folks out this way, hopefully digging and stuff like that. We did capture the ruins. All our guys are gone from here, but the digging should commence soon. Why don't we go ahead and have another guard post over here, and we'll go ahead and increase the radius of this thing, and we'll actually set this to the highest priority, and then we're gonna lower guard post B priority over here to be like 5. That's a middle point priority now, and the one out here is going to be top priority, although we're back in the fog of war over here, so I'll time lapse for a little bit and try and get this set up. Oh, we actually have our first German soldiers coming forward here. Interesting. Oh. And we have these guys going out. Kill them. Guys, fight back. Fight. No. Guys, our guys are so much worse than them. There you go. Yeah, good job. 6 deaths. Yikes. Those guys were just going out to start their night shift. No. That's rough. That's rough. Okay, so we're gonna want to definitely do some guard duty around here. Oh, boys, I am sorry about that. Yikes. Okay, so we'll set the guards out there, and hopefully they get out there pretty soon. I was not ready for that. Can we do an artillery barrage? Oh, it costs 200? Nah, we ain't got the money for that. We ain't got the money for that. Let's see. Ready to unlock. Perfect. We'll do that. Trench survival. No, we'll do modern war. That sounds actually pretty sick. All right. Never mind. Cancel my orders. So we should now be, yep, cooking stove. So we're going to want one of them over here. We're going to want one of them back this way too, at our old barn. Put it inside here. Skadoosh. Excellent. Okay, so those guys should be happy clappy. On top of that, we're going to want to get additional, probably a campfire over here and over here, just to make sure these guys are warm, and it seems like they like being illuminated as much as possible, which seems like it's going to give their artillery a bit better of a chance of striking, but simultaneously we're going to have to risk it for the biscuit, baby. Okay. Work is being done out here just very slowly, and it doesn't help that we lost troopers doing that. But we do have troopers guarding now. They don't have great cover, but at least the ones in the ruins should have okay cover. I'm guessing the enemy might be at the forest clearing or Rattenberg farm now, since we saw those Germans coming up at us earlier. All right. Why are you thinking about Germany? Why are you thinking about Germany? Why? Stop thinking about that. What's your problem, guys? You're peckish? Well, I'm trying to build you a stove, man. Relax. These guys, they're so needy. They're so needy and they won't do their jobs. Alright, they're hitting us with even more artillery. Fan-freaking-tastic. Let's go into research here. This got completed, which is great. Let's go ahead and do... maybe improvised cover could be good right now. It seems like we're getting hit a lot with artillery. On top of that, we can now go ahead and get a machine gun. And we'll set that up. Maybe one there. Can we, like, lock them in this way somehow against the walls? No. You need a trench over here. Oh! Hello! Alright, we got Germans inbound. Our guards... Come on, kill them. Good, good, good. Alright. Alright, we clapped them pretty good. Oh, we get another machine gun right there. Alright, that's what we'll do with that. Good kills, boys. Not too bad. Why don't we also go ahead and start getting some barbed wire, since obviously... Oh, lots of attacks coming through here. Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him! Someone get him! Good. Oh, close. Close call right there. Oh! With the artillery, my guys. What the heck? Alright, we'll start getting barbed wire throughout here. Slow down the enemy a little bit as much as possible. We're probably going to need a bunch of them. So, yeah, get me barbed wire out that way. Perfect. Okay. Very nice. Do we maybe just, like, push this point out here instead? I think so. Let's dismantle that point. Wait, do we also have to dismantle each and every guard position? We do. That's annoying. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and do that. Nonetheless, there we go. Okay, I think that's all the guard positions out there done. So now we can go ahead, get duties and orders going, and we'll have additional guard positions out the this away. And hopefully that pushes more troopers out here instead of having them chilling, chilling on the other side. Okay. We'll kind of split them up too as much as we can. All right, there we go. Beautiful. Oh, we're going to need to actually increase this zone so it hits there too. Perfect. Okay, cool. So that's a lot more defensive positions out there. I think that'll be very, very helpful for us. On top of that, let's start going towards the forest clearing. We've killed actually a lot of enemies, so I think we might be able to do a forest clearing there. So we'll send the runner to go send the message to get that done. Let's go ahead and deepen some of these trenches as well, because I want to make sure that we can survive attacks in case our push into the forest clearing does not go to plan. So we're going to do that here. Let's also go ahead and take that material out that way. We'll clear some more of this stuff, and then we're probably also going to want some more logistical defenses. So weapon storage out here seems like a good idea. Munition storage out here seems like a good idea. And then over this way, we'll do some additional stuff storage. I think there's just too many storage items currently in this build of the game. I think it would be just oodles better if it wasn't so much random storage stuff, and instead there was just one storage, or like one military storage and one material storage, instead of having 8 different storage locations you have to build. That would be kind of nice. All right, and then we'll go ahead and build some shelters. It also, I think, be kind of better if you could just upgrade the storage instead of having to build the shelters. Why do I hear charging? Oh, that's probably my men going to the forest clearing? Potentially? I don't even see them moving out. Are there guys out here? Are we moving and grooving? I can't tell. I have no idea. All right. Here we go. Now they're moving out to the forest clearing. Let's see if we've got enemies out here. Oh, gunshots. So this is our trench charge right now. So it's on us to take this. Ooh, they've set up barbed wire out here. So they've set up a lot of barbed wire. Holy cow. Also, there was only 1 or 2 gunshots, so they must have stopped. Interesting. We're able to just take it, so they must not really have too much going on here. Why don't we go ahead and dig a little bit in here. Oh, who's that? Okay, there's men moving around at that farm out there. So we'll dig that trench. And then we should probably dig one up this way too. Do that, and they have to demolish in order to dig. Whoopsie, I never dug here. Perfect. Dig that trench. Alright, so we'll get trench digging going on out here. Then we've got to go get another guard post out here, along with the guard positions. Perfect. We'll get these. We're going to want a lot out there because that's going to be the key point. And now for this guard post, hold on, let me select it. Let me select the guard post. It's making me delete this. It's not selecting that in particular. We got gunshots over here. What the? Who is killing you? I don't even see an enemy out there. What? There's no enemy there. What? These guys are retreating. They can shoot us from all the way back there? Are you kidding me? Alright, it's fine. They'll get back here and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just return home, boys. Return home. We should probably dig them some graves, because I think our morale will be pretty low if we don't get the graves dug. Let's make this hill our graves. Okay. I think it might be best if we just kind of let our boys chill for a bit. We'll get the improvised cover and then field shelter. Yeah, maybe allowing our boys to just vibe for at least a minute. And we can also get some metal roofs. That'll give these guys some good cover in here too from the elements. Makes them at least a little bit happier, I think. That'll be good. Okay. They're probably pretty pissed at us. We've just taken unnecessary losses and they've been working for forever now. So, yeah, they're probably not too happy. Look at this guy. Catching some Z's. He's a happy boy. Heck yeah. Let's get some more of that going over here. We should also probably get some of these tarps over them to make sure while they sleep, they're a little bit covered. Ah! They keep artillerying us. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, we'll be fine. We're gonna let our boys do the work we've ordered for a bit and chill. Okay, so the enemy is just continuously attacking us, and that's interesting. Our boys are also continuously going out here, which is annoying, and I can't figure out how to cancel these orders. So we're also kind of continuously dying. I think what we should do, because I still don't fully understand how the game works, is we should deploy all of our remaining sections, because we've completely lost one, at the Rattenberg farm. Acceptable losses are 100%. We're going now! Commit to this, okay? Go, boys. We're going all in for one final assault here. I think we definitely are going to be able to play this demo again in the future and try our best to set it up a little bit better. This was definitely a bit of a learning exercise for us. There's the messenger running out, so he's going to gather the men and get them ready to deploy, and now we should be deploying and attacking all troopers, hopefully. So yeah, I think definitely in the future we'll be able to do a better job here. I don't fully understand all of this still, like the best tactics and things like that, but I will say the game is quite fun. There was an explosion over there from their artillery. I have not deployed artillery, so that's all on them. All right. Are you guys gathering your boys to attack? What we got going on here? I guess the longer they wait, the more likely we'll be able to get some artillery to support them. All right, here we go. There's the whistle. So they should actually be attacking now-ish. I guess attacking at night seems like kind of a good thing. Here we go. There's 2 men. We still have 21 soldiers. So there, I mean, there's that. Yeah. Shouldn't be two troops attacking. There's our front man. They're not going together. Oh, there's our front man. Hold on. Oh, there's the enemy. Oh, he died very quickly. They have a terrible trench system here. They do have a lot of barbed wire. They went ham on the barbed wire, I will say. The few men that have gone in have died very, very quickly. I would like some artillery on Rattenberg Farm. And I would like it now. Go! Alright, so we should get artillery out here to support these guys. They're fighting. They have a machine gun in that window, which is just shredding us at the moment. Oh, Lord. Come on, where's our artillery? Deliver it. Oh, it's in transit. Oh, God. We have 5 men left. I gotta learn a little bit better here, boys. I think I don't think I did too hot. Our 5 men. Oh no, now we only have 2 men, and I think they're all back. I think it's our general and our second in command. I don't think they're gonna necessarily actually attack. We haven't lost because we still get reinforcements each day, but I think we'd better come back to this now that we actually know how to play a bit better. But definitely a very fun game. I've enjoyed this thoroughly. I hope you guys have too. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see more in the future. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.